Hey friends, super exciting day in the Guider house. We got some mealworms that we want to show you. We're going to start a new long-term investigation. Okay, so we just talked about the life cycle last week, and this is the life cycle of a mealworm. It's actually called a darkling beetle life cycle. And just like a lot of the other things that you've seen, they start as eggs. Can't really see what they look like because they're so small.
Hi guys.
The next thing is the larva, okay, which is the worm. So they typically just look like that kind of worm, okay? And these actually shed their skin, and I'll show you that in a minute. Once they get big enough, just like a butterfly, they go into a pupa, which looks something like that. And then we're not sure how many days. Jackson and I are testing it out, but they eventually turn into a beetle like that. So we got this big, from Insect Lore, that same website I was telling you about before. We got this, yeah, look at that. We got this big container of, it looks like oatmeal, sawdust kind of. I'm not really sure what it is.
But they are in there.
But they are in there, Jackson says. Yeah, so you can kind of dig around a little bit. They like to hide, so that's why they live in this kind of stuff. But if you can see, like right there, like that's kind of moving there.
Yeah, so that's one of them.
Yeah. Look, there's a good pupa right there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, so we dug around in here. There's a bunch in here. So we dug around.
See that one right there in the middle?
Yep. And we found a little, some of the ones that we want to show you here. So I'm going to go real close. So this is what the worm looks like. See him moving there? They have all these little segments. They kind of just move around. This is his tail back here. This is his head. He's got little antenna. I'm sure if you go on Mayan, you could probably find a book about these. You see his little legs under there?
Yeah, he has 3 legs.
He's got 3 and 3 because he's an insect, so he just flipped over. I don't know if you can see those legs, but he just flipped over there.
Why?
And then what happens when he gets too big for his skin, Jax?
He takes the skin off.
He sheds his skin,
which
and
is
so
the next one.
Yep. Here's some skin right here that's been shedded. There's no insect inside of there. So it's just an empty skin shell. And then this is the pupa stage where they're in this little white
I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but that's what it looks like.
I really want to see.
And then we're going to test how many days. When we got these, we got them actually yesterday. And when we got them, they there was lots of worms in here. And already in just a day or so,
And my dad scared me.
Yeah.
Which is not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny to scare people with insects. But in about a day or so, they have already hidden and they don't like to be seen. So see these right here? They probably will, if I leave them alone. Let me zoom in. And we'll see if they go into hiding while you can see it for a minute. See, they're digging around. They want to get down underneath. And if you just look carefully, you can see all over this stuff is moving around because there's tons in here. There's one right here that's moving.
And I just saw like some under the ground moving.
Yeah, see these over here? They're all hiding in the corners because they know that they can't be seen over here. So there's a whole bunch.
My gosh, that one's super big.
Yeah. There's so many fun things that you can do with mealworms too. When I was planning on doing this with you guys if we were in the classroom, boo-hoo. But you can have like races on white and black paper with them. Maybe we'll do that next week so you guys can see what happens. See, there's just a whole bunch. So I'm just trying to show you like how many there are. Tons and tons. Here's another little skin here. There's another. Whoa! Whoa! He was wiggly. Did you see him jump at me? Whoa! That was scary.
Whoa. Yeah, that's scary.
He did not want to be disturbed. That one's fast. We should put him in our race.
Oh my gosh, that one's fast
Yeah, look at him go.
Wee,
Ay, there he goes. He's like,
Mommy,
I'm out of
get
here,
him.
guys.
Mommy, get
No,
him.
I'm gonna leave him be. He doesn't want to be messed, honey. He doesn't want to be messed with. Okay. So these are going to be. Listen, these are going to be dark-wing beetles. We'll check back, and I'll give you another little video in a few days to see what is happening next.
Mommy, I want to
Okay.
see the fast
Bye.
one go.